what's going on? All right. A couple of buddies of mine are having a little issues with florals. I'm going to do a few examples and try to make this as easy going as possible. Maybe both of them can give these a try, or at least a variation of them to try. This is a 12 by 16 inch canvas panel. I am working with a different camera. It's actually a much better camera. It may look a little washed out because of this big glob of whitish. No, it's not really white, but it will appear white right here. So what I did was I took green, yellow, red, dark, and light blue, and I just scrubbed it into the board. Then I took some glycerin and a large 2-inch brush, and I just used the glycerin to blend it. Then on top of that, I used a thin layer of white paint. A little heavy here, but a thin layer everywhere else. So it gives me this weird looking background. Now, it has glycerin obviously all over it, so obviously it's not entirely dry at all. It's very reflective. You won't be able to see it, but I can definitely see it. So I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna attempt to do white flowers, but I'm going to use a different gray base. All right, I'm going to use two color opposites and white paint. Okay, which if you do a white flower, you pretty much don't start off white. White would be your very last color. Okay, so I'm using purple and orange. I don't usually use this for a gray base too much. You would need plenty of orange and just a scant touch of purple. Okay, because depending on the type of orange you use, it will sometimes turn green. Okay, depending once again on the type of orange. So I got a whole lot of orange and just a very little bit. I think I'm going to get one that oh, well, we'll see. Right now we'll just kind of get just a big base going. So if you start off something like this, okay, it would really help you out, actually. And I'm just blocking a very uneven circle. Very uneven and pretty nice size, like that. Just plop it in there. Don't make it look pretty. You just, once again, just pop it in color there. Now what I'll do is I'll zoom in on this. If I figure this is maybe the right size, I'll kind of expand it a little bit. Want it in a circular manner, but not, you don't want a perfectly round circle. Okay. I'll take a little bit of purple and I'll put it somewhere around in here, just to get it a little deep, and I'll kind of roll it out this way. I want you to check out what I'm doing here. You see the round is on the bottom here. Okay. I'll expand it a little bit here. All right. I'm going to do that again. Some more purple. I'm going to go down here like a little smile, and you're going to just radiate the smile outward. Just like that. Push it out. And there's a little bowl there. Okay. I'll just bring it out there a little bit. So that's a basic. You guys should somewhat pretty much see that. All right. Okay. So what I'll do for this batch, I'll get some white. I'm gonna put it into this really warm color, because like I say, white will be the final touch up on this, so it'll still appear to be a white flower. So let's start with the first one. The first one I'll have probably come out this way, like this. I'll draw it out first. I'm going to draw every petal like that. All right. Now what I'll do, all roads lead to Rome, so let's pop a dot right there. And so we'll round it off like that. We'll put a V in it and we'll round it off just like that. And we're going to just fill it in with color. Here, fill it in, go right to that dot. All right. Now watch the strokes. Put it right against that dot there. And you're just blocking in color right now. Don't worry about anything else, just block in the color. This is one petal. Okay. Until you get used to it, the striations and the strokes will actually help you out. All right, that goes petal number 1. Okay. Just like that. I can round that off a little bit. I'll round it off just a tad there. Okay, all right. Once again, I'm just blocking the color in. All right, so that's one petal right there. The other petal, get some more color here. The next petal I'm going to do will be coming from the inside, so I'll sketch it out. It'll come here. Oh, something like that, like from right there. And I'm going to start right from here, and I'm going to take it. Now, the vanishing point will be that little dot right there. There's a dot right here. And so you're going to aim here. I'll do it here. You aim it. When you press, you just press, and you're going to make it disappear toward that dot. Like that. Press hard, overlap, and you aim it right. Every stroke, aim toward that dot. Just like this. You just keep aiming it toward that dot. And you just make it disappear. So that's petal number 2. Okay. All right. I'm going to get a touch of white just to brighten up the color I do have here. I'm going to get a little touch of glycerin just to loosen up the paint. I have plenty of this weird grayish. This is like a warm gray. I have plenty of it so I can mix and match and everything. Let's do a fold. Let's start with a V right here. Just like this. Okay, start with a V right there. We'll take this one, this is the outside V. We're going to come around like that. All right? Okay. And let's make the point come, somewhere down there. So I deliberately put the dot there. This is where you aim your strokes. You go heavy, press, pull, and you let go. Okay? When you let go gradually. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to bring it close to the other petal, really close. Just like that. All right. Okay. This guy right here, essentially you would do it more on the highlight, but obviously it comes right behind. And it follows the same directional line. You don't see it yet, but you will in a second. All right, let's do another one. Right, let's come here and we'll put a V, right about here. Use the same, maybe you can use the same point. Come out here like this. Now, you're not going to be able to see it, but you will when I highlight these guys. And we'll do the same thing here. You don't see it yet, but you will. So you got 2 folds there. The guy's in the back, a little bit on the light side. So what I'm going to do, just to get it to look maybe a little translucent, is I'll add more glycerin right here. This is mainly for the outside guys. All right, these fellas out here. Okay. All right. all your strokes will kind of aim toward that guy. It's not enough, believe it or not, it's not enough glycerin. Some of the glycerin on the board is starting to tack up. So that's why I'm getting that pull. You'll get accustomed to it. There we go. Push hard and you overlap as you do it. But you want to kind of aim all of this right towards that dot in the middle of the flower there. Okay. We'll start with these. Let's get some pure white. Nothing but white paint right now. White, titanium white. And I'll start to highlight. I'm getting a little touch of glycerin. I'm pulling the titanium white out. Okay, let's start with the one right here in the front. All right, everything aims toward a dot somewhere there. Okay, and what I'm going to do for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it, press, and then you lift gently. You overlap the previous stroke. I'm turning my brush around, getting some more white. Just like that. I'm going to grab some more white. It's got the glycerin in it. I'll go from this edge. I'll just come on around, press. It's like an airplane taking off. Okay, you start off kind of heavy at the beginning, and it just gently glides upward. Like that. And that's basically how you do it. Okay. Add, here, I'm going to give a slight push, slight push, and bring it on in. Now this gives you that characteristic rim of paint on the flower, all right, that you would see me do on occasion. See that little rim of paint, and all I'm doing is pushing. Sometimes all you need to do is push, okay. So hopefully you guys can see that little strong rim of color there. All right. Now the way I do that, I'm gonna show you. I'm pulling the paint on my brush, but the important part is the side of the brush. This is where that glob of paint is coming from when you push. Okay. I'll come over here. I'll just give it right here at the edge. You give it a slight push, and then you bring it down like that. I'll start here. Push and bring it in. You don't have to be straight. You can do it crooked like that. Make a little point and bring it on down like that. Okay. But that's basically how you get it done. Just like that. All right. Now the brighter you make your stroke, the more it seems the petal seems to just pop out. Okay. Brighter colors seem they pop out more. The other colors seem to recede more. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's continue on. We'll do a few more highlighting things here. I added quite a bit of glycerin to the white that I've pulled out. Okay. Let's go with the one. Let's go with this guy. Let's turn him. We'll bring another strong dot. We'll put the dot right. And we'll put the dot right there. You guys can see it. The dot is right there. All roads lead to Rome. So you aim your strokes toward that dot. I'll have it connect here. I'll go slow. I'll come here like this and have it kind of touch that one. And we're going to aim it just like that. I'll come out here, still aim them fellas that way in that direction, just like that. Okay. And if I don't want the striations, I'll just go over the striations, but I'm still going in that angle. All right. Okay. I'm just cleaning off my brush. I clean it off often. Let's get some strong titanium white, no glycerin, and we're gonna coat the sides of the brush again. So you get that kind of look right there. Here, remember the V? Remember that V shape? We'll start the V shape. We'll start it with this one. Give it a little push, and you go in. A little push, go in, push. You're overlapping a little bit. Push like that. Now we're gonna do the same push, and we're gonna come on around. Push, come on around. And go right, get right to a V point, like that. All right. So we got that one little V over there. I'm getting some more white, going toward the side of the brush, and we're going to continue that V again. Push and come on in. Push, come on in. Push. A lot of this is more of a flick of the wrist than anything else. Okay. Just like that. Now you got two of them. You see the little V shape? Okay. Okay. I'm going back into my white paint and glycerin. I'm not going to add a rim of color back here for these guys, but we're just going to brighten them up a little bit. Just to kind of brighten the petals, like so. All right. I'm gonna show you something else. If the stroke lines are a little too blunt, you can always kind of I'll go from the dark and go inward and kind of smooth them out a little bit with this is just a makeup brush. You kind of smooth it out. Just make it disappear a little bit. Just a little. All right. And you can always smooth it back. So it's really up to your preference of how much of that you want going on. Okay. Okay, let's go back into our white again. Both sides. Remember this guy right here? Now, when you get a petal like this that's flipped and turned the other way around, your horizon point will be there, like before. Give a little push, and you curve, and you just curve, make it disappear. Little pop there. Now, preferably, your paintbrush should not leave the canvas when you do this. This is just a bad habit of mine that I do. And you're bringing them strokes right to that dot. Now, I'm picking white. You can do really any color you prefer. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to strengthen that front petal. This guy right here. To bring it out in the front, you brighten it. When you get accustomed to these strokes, you can do this at a pretty brisk pace. Okay. Like that. Just to bring that guy out there a little bit more. And I'm getting some more white paint, so I'm going to get a stronger rim of color. Really give it a push there. That helps separate the leaves, or the petals rather. I keep calling them leaves, they're not leaves. Just like that, then I'll do this one here and bring it down like that. Okay. I can brighten up this a little bit. Okay. So it's really up to you how bright you want some of these guys. All right. Okay, let's go here. Right around in here. Let's kind of have one kind of curve and go that way. I need more glycerin. It's starting to grab. When you feel your brush starting to grab, you just don't have enough glycerin to make your brush to flow along a little easier. Okay, so it's starting to give a little pull, but that's okay. So we got that. And then I'll just come out here, push, make it a little shorter, and we'll just have it come that way. All right, we'll do another one. Push really good like that. And we'll just kind of curve it. Now, remember, all roads lead to Rome. That little dot's like right there. And you're just aiming these guys right toward that dot. Okay. The key to doing this is a heavy stroke on the outside. Right? Press and but you're slowly lifting up. Okay. The brighter you have the color, the more out front it appears. So I'm doing this on purpose to show you I'm getting it blended in with the other colors behind so that these fellas stick out a little bit more. That's the only reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. All right, so I'm doing it on purpose. I'm dipping into some more glycerin. And I'm making the petals a little more translucent, see-through. More glycerin than paint, anything else. So we're gonna get some more going. We'll have it go around. We'll start it from right here. We'll have a curve going this way. Press and then you slowly lift away. I'm overlapping. See? I didn't even change the brush yet. Just like that. Okay. Let the brush do the work for you. Now, since I didn't turn the brush around, if I go back over it again, it's going to blend more. So I'm doing this on purpose to show you. Okay. You see that? You see that little bright edge there, but it starts to fade into that grayish color. That's how you establish depth into your petals. All right. Okay, I still got a little bit of paint on the other side, so we're just going to come out here and give it a little quick push of color right in there. Just like that. And you got a little fella right in there. We're just kind of... The trick to it is put the white paint on the side of the brush. Okay, and we'll start framing out some of these. Here, let's go down here. Touch and give it a little push, and you go on in. A little push. Just don't be scared of it. A little push of color. Like that. That little rim of color, it just helps to bring bring the it there. It just brings the flower out more. Okay. You don't need it too heavy out here. A few of them, like that. Just enough to give it a little rim of paint, and you leave the rest be. Out here, you can give a little touch of color, just like that. You'll get accustomed to it. I promise you will. It may not seem so right now, but you will. Okay. I'll give maybe a little bit of. Sometimes all you need is a rim of color, and I'm gonna show you something. All you need to do really is just to touch it. Just a quick little touch. All right. And if you have too much, you can always kind of wear it away. Keep the rim of the color, but you can wear the rest away. Just like that. I'm just using a soft brush to do that. Okay. We can bring out this rim of the fold a little bit more. I want to curve it a little bit. And sometimes once again, it just needs a quick rim of color, and that's it. Just to show off the fold. All right. Okay. Here, let's take this one. Give it a rim of color, but I'm going to go in with it, right on top of the other flower. So we just made another fold. We just made another petal. All right. You can really spread these petals out and make them very large if that's what you want to do. All right. Really up to you. Okay. And if you got a dot there, you just make the dot go away. It's all right. The dot goes away, you'll never know it's there. All right. Even though this flower is a little different than because your center of the flower is not this. It's not in here. It's actually behind it back there. Okay. Now, if this little gap is a little much for you, you can always improvise. I'll take some more paint, some translucent stuff here. And say maybe you want a little more stuff happening in this part. You can do that too. Let's say, because this is great right here, actually. But if you want something else, you can either go up with it, or you can just go around, or you can do both. So let's do it this way. Let's take it like this. Let's come here, just like that. All right. So we'll give it a little push. Give it a little push. Another one. Give it a little push. Get another one in there. Okay. I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna actually turn this around. Make it turn. I gotta get some heavy paint so you guys can see where it is. Push. Come on. Push. Push. Now we're gonna turn this. Here we go. Turn. Go down. Watch. Now I'm gonna take this. We'll do one more. Okay. And with that line, we're gonna continue the line, but you're gonna go the other way all of a sudden. Out this way. Look. I'm going around, 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 and we'll end it right in there somewhere like that. All right. You see how I just did that turn? All right. So it just fills out your flower a little bit more. All right. You have to really see this in order to get it to happen. It is just practice. Now, you see this a very, very white flower. You see that this warm gray in there. Okay. But essentially, it's still a very white floral. Okay. You don't see any of the stamens or anything, because the stamens behind this giant leaf in there. Okay, so there's just petals. It's just like a little petal explosion going on there. All right. And like I say, if you got striations like this and you really don't want them, or at least want that much of them, this brush is a little bit on the small side. I'll take something a little larger and I'll soften those. it's just a larger brush. And you just kind of soften those striations a little bit. Just kind of, you'll see them disappear. Okay. There. Just like that. You can soften that up back there. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's start with another flower. Okay. We'll do another circular thing. All right. We'll start it. Oh, up around in here. Circular motion. Something like this. You're not looking for a perfect. Get a circle shape. Okay. Something like that. It doesn't have to be an even circle, but something like, something like that. All right. I'm hoping that you guys can see this well. I'm hoping. We'll see. I'll bring something out here a little bit. I think this is good. Okay. I'm going to go into a little bit of purple. Maybe we'll work with a stamen side this time. Here's the purple. But what I'm going to do with the purple is I'll push it outward like this. That kind of lets you know where the direction of the flower is going. Just like that. So you know that stamen is going to be somewhere out here. Okay. So we're going to have a kind of a different look to this fellow. We're going to zoom in on this. Right about here should be pretty good. We'll put it in the center here. I think we're focused fairly well with this. Okay. All right. Like that. We'll take some purple and we'll dip. We'll come out here with it like this. Okay, and we'll give a little tinge of purple out there. Just like that, somewhere out here in this area. Once again, you got that familiar little bowl thing going on there. Okay, it kind of lets you know where your outside top is and the back end of the floral in the back end over here. All right. Okay. We want the stamen to show on this one. So we're going to start with this flower right here, this petal. All right. Let's start the petal off like a curve. Okay. So the petal's going to come all the way out here. Come here. A dip. It's going to come around and it's going to swoop and swoop inward like that. You might not see that too well. So I'm going to show you. It's going to swoop. It curves. Got a little swoop to it, and it comes inward. All right, so let's put the dot right there. All right, now this petal, the way this petal is, because it's turned in like this, so its vanishing point is different. I'm gonna draw this out. It got a little dip here. It's got a bulge, and it comes around like that. Okay, its vanishing point is here. All right, so you really can't miss that now, can you? All right, okay. Okay, let's fill this one in. We're gonna fill it right in. Just like this, fill it right in. Fill it in. See that? Fill it right in like so. Just like that, fill it in. Like that, all right? Okay. Now, its vantage point is there. It's okay. All right. Your strokes will follow that vantage point. I'm going into some titanium white. No glycerin, just solid titanium white. What I'm going to do is take the white, I'll give it a slight push and go follow that dot right here. Push and follow it. remember that press and you let it go. Now I got plenty of glycerin on here, so it's gonna smear a little bit. But what you see me doing is I'm just adjusting to it. The most important thing really is that rim of color. Whatever's going on the inside, we can straighten that out. I'm getting some more white. The most important part of this is the rim of paint there. That rim of color. All of this, especially here on the top, we can kind of see this. We can mess around with that. This is where your soft brush comes in for blending. All right. I just want it a little bit brighter there. Let me smooth that out. That's all right. We got plenty of glycerin here. All right. I'm going to take my very soft brush. I didn't do too bad with this, but I'll just take my very soft brush and I'll just kind of flatten that out a little bit. Just like that. Because I just want it a little bit brighter. You clean off your brush really well. And we're going to get back to the striations again. Very simple to do it. No glycerin, just solid paint. Give it a slight push. You got it in there. Slight push. You got it right in there. Slight push of paint. Get that, see that? And I'm just sliding the paint. It gives you a little path. And follow where that, you can curve it. Curve it right in there. Just like that. Okay. Much like what you see there. Curves right in. Okay. All right. I'm not going to do much. I'm not going to dip. Well, I could. A little bit. Going back into my titanium white, the English language here. I'm fighting with it. We're going to, remember, it goes curve into you're aiming that right towards that dot, just like that. Now you see how it curves in? You gotta leave that dark. That's the only way you get that impression. Okay. All right, but you see how it curved in on you there? All right. Okay. Let's work up here. I'll probably just use this same kind of dirty white color here. It's a little translucent, it's no problem. Leave some of that dark. We'll get rid of that for a second. All right, because keep in mind there's that dot. Everything goes towards that, no matter how you start off. So let's say if I go way up here, aim them strokes toward that dot. Okay. I'll even follow those color marks in there. I'll turn it the opposite way to give it an ending. Let's come here, about right here, and we'll put a fold in there. Get it closer and closer, closer and closer. There, we'll put a little point right in there. All right, so we got another fold there. Okay, so you got another fold right in there. Okay, so easy you can make a fold. I didn't intend to make one, but we got one there anyway. It's all right. Okay, let's go with here. Let's do it from here. Come on in like this. You just curve it around, just like that. Make it disappear. You got another one right here. Way up here, and just bring it into the color. See that? Slightly above the color, and just bring it on in. Okay. We'll make another fold. We'll just kind of put it in together like that. Just like so. Okay. So we got two folds. You can go the other way with the fold if you choose. It's really up to you. I'm just gonna press and just get some petals just going in there just to add a little interest there, like that, some extra stuff just in the background there. And maybe we'll have nice little angel wing thing going on like this. Okay, just to open it up a little bit, make it a little bit larger. All right. Okay, let's go over here. I'm just getting some more white, mixing it in with a little bit of this brownish color. I'm gonna need some more white soon. I'm gonna dip into the glycerin just to loosen up the color a little bit. And right here on the outside, we'll come out here, we'll give it a curve. Remember, you're aiming toward this dot right here now. Everything on the outside. See this? Put it right in there like that. All right, so you got you got a petal there, but he's folded. All right, okay. We're gonna go a little bit past this fella right here, and then go into it, into the color. Just like that, and we're gonna come down. There, now you got another petal. All right, I'm getting some more titanium white. I'm mixing it in with this warm gray, which has glycerin in it. All right, let's aim this camera down a little bit there. We'll center it right there. So we got one out here. These are really the outside guys. All right, here, press, make this one come out in front like that. I'm pressing pretty hard, press pretty hard, and then you just lift up. Just like that, and you see that, and you can make him curve inward like that. Make him curve. These outside petal fellas. Give me a little second or two. Let me get some more titanium white here. All right. You guys can do this, especially as slow as I'm going here. You guys can get this. You can get this done. You guys can easily do this. Remember, if you want to get a rim of color, side of the brush, side of the brush. Okay. These are the outside guys. I'll put a small rim of color, press, give it a little push, press down and make it disappear. A little flick of the wrist. Okay. I want this to come out more, so I'm gonna give a push, but I'm gonna press harder and it gives you a brighter, see, layer of paint there. Press and you just come on in like so. We'll go here. Right here, we'll just press, and come on in. Do it again, press, good, come on in. Press again, come on in, it's like that. All right, that's right in the middle. See how those tend to fade out back there? All right, and I'll probably leave it maybe just like that. Actually, I kind of like that. Maybe I should put like a little rim of color there, but maybe. Basically, it's a very simple flower. It's just a bunch of large petals, so it's great practice. Look, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go push, 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 push in a line. There. Now we got a folded petal around that edge. Here's the back of the petal. You see that? See how easily I did that? Okay, so you're messing with a lot of light and shade when you do things like that. All right. Now remember, this is the center of the flower, so your stamen is going to be here. Okay, but I think we can get away with some other things popping off there. Let's get a little bit of here, and I'm not going to do no more than this. I'm just giving a little push of bright edge. That's it. Okay. Maybe I'll brighten him up a little bit. Now back here is just some, you can either make it disappear or you can give the impression of something back there. And that's all you would need, some little mark there. Here, let's get another layer of, we'll get another layer of of petal in there somewhere. Right about here. I'll sketch it out. Let me sketch it out for you because I don't want to lose you. Okay. Now remember, your stamen will be coming out here somewhere. So we'll get what kind of sketch out petal right in here like this, and then like that. We'll kind of pop one right in here like that and have it come in like that. So we're just gonna give a quick little rim of color, and we're just gonna bring them out there like this. So now you got another quick inner petal. All right, inner petal number one. Give it a little push. Inner petal number two. As long as you got that tight little rim of white there to separate between these petals, you should pretty much be okay. All right, just like that. All right. We're going to put one crossing over two petals. You can't have fear. So we're going to have one out here, and you come the other way, come out, come out, come out, just like that, and you bring it inward. All right, there. It kind of fills it in a little bit, rounds it off. All right. You can probably do a baby one right here. 1, 2, 3, come in. And this is nothing but just quick strokes. Just like that. And we'll leave it like that, it's fine. All right, believe it or not, that flower is finished. Okay, very quick, very quick. I just wanted to show you how you do certain things. Okay. Here, let's brighten this up a little bit right in here. Just to brighten that up, just like that. We can do the same thing with this guy right here. Let's brighten him up, just like that. All right. And then I will strengthen, because you don't want to lose the fold. I'm right up here, right up on the top. Sometimes all you need is see that? You don't have to do every one. Okay. You overlap if you want more of a straighter line. Okay. Up to you. There. Just like that. And then you just leave it be. Okay. And these fellows are in the back, so it doesn't matter. All right. All right. Let me clean off my brush. I'm using a flat 1/2-inch brush to do this. Okay. So, white flowers using orange and purple as a gray base with titanium white mix, and then you get this. No one can not confuse these flowers as being white. All right. The type of flowers can be in question, but you cannot confuse it with being white flowers. I'll show you how to design some leaves. I'm going to use the same 1/2-inch brush. I'm going to start right here. Let me show you something. I'm going to mix this purple. I'm putting it right into the brown gray mix and some phthalo green together. So we're going to get a nice dark base here. All right. I'm going to use plenty of it. Need a few leaves here. So I'm using a lot of purple and a lot of green together. Okay. All right. A tiny touch of glycerin. If you don't have glycerin, use a little bit of water. But if you're using craft paint, you really don't have to use this stuff. This is really good for heavy body paint. Okay. All right, let's start right here. Let's say if I want let's do it this way. This is going to be easier. Let's start off with a stem. We'll start it right here. We've got a stem and it kind of curves. We'll kind of curve it like that, all right? You do a kite. We'll put it right here like this, all right? I'm going to take a little dot of white. I'll put the dot of white right I'm gonna zoom in on this and show you guys how I do this. All right. Now watch what I'll do here. I'll even curve it. It's okay. Just like that. And what you do is you take the center part and you fill it in like this and come to a point. All right. I gotta do the white again. Sorry about that. Let's put the white right. We'll put the white right here. All right. Now what you're gonna do, you see the angle here? You see the angle here? You take the flat of your brush, okay? In the direction of that angle, I'll put it way out here. I mean, it could be here, it can be here, it can be there, doesn't matter. You press, come down, and you make it disappear going into that color. But you're aiming it right there. All right. Do another one. Do another one. Every one gets shorter, but you're aiming it over here. Okay. I'll do it again on this side. Aim it there. Aim it there. It'll naturally give you that characteristic look. Okay. I'm going to go back over here and do the same thing. Just like that. And there you go. See how quick that was? Now that's the basic general way to do a leaf. I'm going to do it one more time. Here, we'll pop one right here. Right around in here like this. And I'll kind of have it come this way. And then like this and like that. Just like that. Fill it in like that real quick. Once again, that dot follow, well, the imaginary dot anyway. You can have it as long or as short as you want. But since you got color in the center, you don't, all you got to do is press and go right toward the center. Okay, and it gets shorter and shorter the closer you get towards the tip of this thing. Okay, and there's another one. I can have this continue on into the leaf or into the flower itself, kind of there like that. I'll continue this one too. Makes it look like a bigger leaf back there. Okay. You never have just 2 leaves. Don't have an even number. Make them odd. All right. Odd number of leaves, they just look naturally just look better. Okay. We'll have one right here. He goes off the page. It's okay. But you paint it like he's still got, things going on there. All right. Just like that. We'll leave it be. Let's go to the other one. I think I'll have this one kind of, I'll put him right in here. Just be careful. And you're just blocking in the approximate size of the leaf. This is another way of doing it. It's kind of heavy here. And then you just kind of make a little point there. All right. Okay. And you can curve them. But remember where your point is. Okay. I'm used to doing these. I'm getting some more green. A little purple. Back to the green and purple again. A slight touch of glycerin. The glycerin, a lot of the glycerin in the background is starting to dry up, or at least tack up. It's not really dry. It's tacking up. I'll put it that way. All right. Okay. Let's have a few more flowing things. So let's get one right here. Right in here, I'll kind of pop it in there like this, and we'll give it a little curve like that, and we'll start it right here. And we'll kind of pop them that way. All right. Okay, it can go right off the tape. It doesn't matter. Just like so. You have this one curve. You can have them looking, once you get comfortable with it, you can have them look any type of way you want. All right, really up to you. It's really your prerogative, how you want to do it. 3 leaves, we'll put one right here in the cleft, right in here. Just like that. Okay. I'm being very careful not to really get into the actual flowers themselves. We'll kind of have it point out like that. I'm using a little more paint, not as much glycerin. It'll dry faster, it's a little thicker. And we'll have it kind of scoop around like that. Now remember where your point would be in the center of the flower. You can have it look as wild as you want, but each stroke is shorter than the last one. Like that. Okay. Really up to you how you want this to look. All right. Definitely up to you. All right. Okay. All right. Whatever side you choose to be your lit side, like I say, if I want the lit side on the left-hand side, you keep it on the left, no matter where you are in the painting. Just keep it on the left. If it's on the right side, keep it on the right side. Up to you. All right. Okay. I'm going to put a little, make it a little different today. I'm going with my white and orange. I'm gonna brighten up this orange. So we're gonna highlight it with orange, the orange and white mix for a highlight. Okay, I'll start with this one. And what I'm gonna do, once again, you go to the edge or a little past the edge, you press, pull, and you go on in there, release, just like that. Those striations will really help you, okay? Press, go on down in there. I want these, well, I'm going a little slow. Just like that. I'll kind of fade that a little bit better. Now I'm gonna brighten that up. Because when you kind of fade them in, it takes a little bit of that punch out of there. All right, something like that. Okay. And I like stuff like that. Same thing here. Oh, kind of press, put it in there. Just like so. Come on around in there. Once again, I'll keep playing with it. Now I can play with it. I'm used to doing it. Let's get a little. Yes, you can add a little bit of that push to your outer leaves if you want to do it that way. Okay, it does look pretty wild. I'll do it out here too. It brings your leaves out a little bit more. As you can see, little attention grabber there. All right, even though this one here is on the outside of the tape, it's all right. Act like it isn't. Put them fades right in there. It's all right. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go get some more white and orange mix. We're gonna go down to the bottom here. You should be able to just see that actually. Okay. And we'll kind of play around with it here. Just like that. I can give it a little rim there. See that? Really play with it a little bit. Have some fun with it. All right. And we'll do it again here. We'll just have it pressed very slow. I'll get this one a little touch and go on in. A little touch of color, go on in. Touch, go on in. It's like a flick of the wrist. You're gonna get accustomed to it. You really will. Okay. You'll get accustomed to doing this. I promise you will. You definitely will. Okay, this guy back here. Let's not give them the rim of color. Let's do this first. And then on the other ones on the top, then we can give a rim of color like that. Like these guys are on top of the other ones. Get a little push and go on in. Just like that. And we're gonna come, and we'll do it right here since I'm already here. I'm gonna just take it, press, it's cool side of the leaf, and you'll be able to tell it is definitely the cool side of the leaf. I won't even exaggerate it or anything. I don't have to keep going over anything like that. Over here on this side, same thing. Even though it's outside the tape, it's okay. You keep doing it. Okay, you'll see the color shift. All right. The reason why I'm using the purple is because the purple is in the background. You follow me? We're gonna do the same thing here. I think I got enough purple to make this work. I hope. I think I do. Right in here. Press and lift. Press, lift. Just like that. See that? Put it right in there. Okay. I'm really hoping I got enough purple left. I believe I do. If not, I'll hit some dark green in it. Right here. There we go. That's a lot better. Just like so. Put it right on in there. Just like so. You can add a rim of color to the shaded side. I wouldn't, but you can do that if you would like. I wouldn't recommend it, but I used to do it. You can do it. It can be done. It's your preference, what you really want. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take a little titanium white. I'm not gonna use this. I could use this straight 1/2 inch to do what I was about to do, but I won't do that. I'll put it away because I'm pretty much done with that. We're gonna put the veins of the leaves in there. The veins of the leaves, I don't use glycerin, I use water. Water cuts through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. Okay, right in here, I'm gonna cover up that dot with it. And I'm gonna come right in here at the center leaf, just like that. Use plenty of water, even though it's a script liner, very thin brush. You can see how thin it is. And you can add the striations if you want, like that. Okay. It's up to you if you want to add all of that to this. All right, you can go brighter if you want, or you can keep it at that color. Up to you. You know, it's your choice, your decision of how you want these to look. Like I say, you don't have to add these. I could have went brighter with this color, but I choose not to. It's like that. I'm just getting more water. Use the tip of the brush. The tip of the brush, the thinner line, as you can see. All right. All right. Sometimes you can have your flowers very vibrant and bright. Sometimes you can kind of tone it down a little bit. It's, once again, up to you. You're rolling plenty of paint. You'll get used to doing this also. As you see, I'm not really going about this evenly. All right. All right, let's bring this up here. But you see the kind of secondary light kind of shine look that's going on with that purple. I'm showing you this because it's pretty repetitive when you're doing flowers of this fashion. It's just you consistently keep doing the strokes. The more you practice and do the strokes, the easier they become. All right. I'm going at a slower pace on purpose so you can catch this. Now, I've practiced a lot because I was intrigued by the way they looked, by how the effects. And my teachers do this in oil paints. They don't do it in acrylic. I'm pretty sure he can, but it's actually a wet on wet method on how to do this, believe it or not. Okay. So it's fairly all right. Now the florals with this super faded background, everything's blended. There's no sharp edges back there, so the florals kind of pop out like they're just out there in space. All right. Yeah. I'll probably pan out a little bit more to now I could go more and more in depth into this floral, but I won't. Water drops and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. But we are going to add a little bit of black, and I'm going to add it into this green-brown mix. Doesn't matter. I just need something very dark, so it doesn't matter. Right in there. Right in here, we'll just add a series of a little blob of color right in here. It doesn't have to be even, just like this. A little thick in the middle, just like that. And then I'll just kind of thin it out here. Just like that, it's fine. And remember gravity, okay. Really thin line, come on down, like that. We'll come down this way, come out there. See this? Of course, the taller ones are in the middle. Obviously, coming on down like that. All right, and then you got the shorter ones, kind of curve around. You don't want them too thick. Like that. Then I'll add some cute little dots on the end of a few of these. I'll add some other dots in there. I will get one that's kind of running away. I'll put one right there. All right. You don't see none over here because, well, the center is not here. The center is like behind that other petal. So you really don't see it. Okay, I could put one there. I don't want to. I could. It would probably, screw it. I really shouldn't, but I'll do it anyway because aesthetically it will look cool. I'll show you here. Aesthetically it looks pretty neat, and you can just go up with it. I need water. Remember, the taller fellows are kind of obviously taller, and you pop them in there like that, and you got the other ones kind of flailing away. You got some here peeking through somewhere around in there, and you can have one kind of dripping down there like this. All right. Even though it's not really the middle, but aesthetically it looks great. So sometimes you have to do what is called artistic license, and you'll find yourself doing that a lot. All right, and we'll pop some little ones in there like that, just like that. All right. I think we've got that covered. I can actually use some white paint this time for my signature. Try not to make your signature too attention grabbing, which is why I use a symbol. And with my symbol, the date's included in it. Looks like a fraction. There we go. Just like that. All right. Okay. All right. Now I tape this because it kind of looks neater to me, a little more professional looking. And that's why I use the tape. But this is my choice. This is my choice, my opinion. You know, so it's just, you know, how I like to, you know, present my work. I do paint without the border sometimes, all depends. But there you go, guys. Like I said, I hope it's in focus. It should be. I hope you guys hear me pretty well. But once again, all roads lead to Rome. If you look at the striations and the directions of them, everything goes towards the center when they're the petals on the outside. Okay, when they're flipped, like this guy, all right, the vanishing point would be right in the middle of them, which is why you see the fan shape, even when I flip the petal around still. Okay, so each striation has a vanishing point when it's flipped. Okay, if you want to do a petal with a fold, you know, you can put the V in first. Okay, obviously the outside edge is the brighter one. Okay, you just put the V in first. You don't necessarily have it going to, you can do it in the opposite direction if you want. All right, I got this one here cupped and turned around, and you just really, once you get accustomed to knowing where your vanishing point is and you stop at the point, you just turn it around and you're going in the other direction. And when you go in the other direction, you can use the same vanishing point. You don't have to use the one in the center. You use the one that was made with the same leaf. Okay, because you're just taking that same leaf and just flipping it around. So you're going from the bottom to the top, then you're going from the top to the bottom, going in the opposite direction, which is how you get the flip. All right. What did I do? I did an outside fold for that leaf back here. That's what you're looking at here. All right. Yeah, that's basically it. The guys on the outside, they don't get the rim of color. They're in the back there, just being themselves. Okay. And that's really it. I think it's still wet enough for me to do it. I can kind of smooth all of that out back there. You can use a smaller brush to do so. Okay, if you're a little unsure of how to do what I'm doing. There, smooth that out, make it look a little prettier. And well, there you have it. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you when I see you. You take care.